What's up, my fellow fishaholics? It's Les here coming at you from the fish room. Another big win last night for the boys, so they're coming back home with a 3-1 series lead, and we're pretty pumped here in Winnipeg, to say the least. For this week's update video, we're going to take a tour around the fish room again. There's been a little bit more breeding, a couple new additions, as well as just some general progress on growth and moving fish around. So come on in and have a look. The big pair of F1 Rio Mag Umbies is doing good, as usual. They make a mess in this tank, so frequent large water changes is a must. They're probably about due for another spawn. The female doesn't get enough credit. She's very nice, but with the male being about 16 or 15 or so inches, she doesn't get as many looks. But as far as female umbies go, she's top notch. Big Papa's doing good. I have to free up some space because I picked up a female for him thanks to Corey at Corey's Cichlids. Not that I need any more devils, I just like to keep my fish in pairs. I don't need umbies, I don't need devils, but they're just at their best when they're showing off for one another. The red spotted Severums are doing well. When I do the moving around, I hope to be able to set up Big Papa with his female, as well as give these two some space of their own, like a 50-gallon or something, and give them an opportunity to spawn. They've spawned about 3 or 4 times for me, but none have been successful fry yet. The crystal red shrimp finally had some fry for us. You can see one there on the bottom right of the screen. So I started out with 9 shrimp, and the previous person was keeping them in RO water that he remineralized, but our city tap water is pretty good here. It's about 7 pH and about 200 TDS. So I figured I would try to accommodate my water rather than the shrimp. And through that I lost 60% of the shrimp. I ended up with 4 shrimp. But the 4 that were left were 2 nice males and 2 nice females. And both females have actually dropped fry since this video. The pea puffer tank is doing good, lots of Anubias growth. These guys eat whiteworms. We definitely like having the whiteworm cultures around because it saves us from having to buy bloodworms essentially. They fit the same purpose, they're around the same size. Fun little guys to watch. Looks like they're slurping up spaghetti noodles. Next we'll have a look at the Xenotoca Lyonsi. I'm gonna get back to you guys on what the collection point data is for this. I forgot to ask a fellow club member when I saw her at the last meeting, so I'm gonna have to wait 4 more weeks till the next one. These are the Xenotoca Lyonsi I picked up. They're just over an inch and starting to get some cool spotting on them, as well as some tail color too. Here are some convict and Texas fry. These are the Bredori fry. We were able to BAP those this past meeting. There you can see some bigger Bredori and with a Nanoluteus and a Feste. Female Gardner eye killifish. Funny story from the killifish, we were able to move the parents to a different tank and use the previous tank for female guppy to spawn, and she dropped her fry, and then we were feeding the fry, and a few weeks later we noticed a killifish popped out of the Java moss. So I guess there was an egg there that hatched from previously from when we had the parents in there, which is kind of cool. We've got some butterfly endlers now that are approaching breeding size themselves. These are a fry of ours. We BAP'd them at the last club meeting, as well as we kept 4 females and 3 males. There you can see the killifish was in the center of the screen. These are some more endler fry. Some of the purple mosaic guppy fry that we're working with. This is a female rainbow endler. We picked her up from Toby at Toby's Aquarium Live. He brought them from the wet spot for us originally and for himself, and he decided that he didn't have the room for her anymore, so I picked her up. Thanks again, Toby. The albino bristlenose fry are growing out well. They love the cucumber slices. Same with the L100 bristlenose fry. These are the ones with the really tiny white spots, almost pin drop spots. We've got a dozen tanks waiting to be set up for once we move to the new fish room. A lot of the equipment is sorted and organized. Started pulling the pond out and thawing out some of the ice that was all frozen around it. We also had a club meeting, so we had to take care of the canteen there again. Picked up a 15-gallon and resealed it. Until the next one, hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for subscribing.